Okay. So make 5. Make 5.
Why is it always
Make 5.
3?
That's to get your attention to be quiet. Okay. Now, last week we talked about, or not last week, Monday. Feels like last week. It's been a long week. An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares expressions. We know this. We've talked about it. Okay. Now, we had a really hard time coming up with the word inverse. What is a simple word for inverse that we use? I think somebody even used it before we came up with, not opposite. What did you say instead of inverse? What word did you say, Peyton?
Yeah.
She said undo. Okay. Undo is like a simple word for inverse when we're talking about math. Inverse operations, we were talking about how if we had x plus 2, the inverse of addition is subtraction, we would subtract 2 from each side. Okay. So a lot of you figured this out without me having to tell you. If we have an inequality, we are going to use inverse operations just like we were solving an equation. And I'm going to say most of the time it works out the exact same. There's one little thing that gets a little weird that we're going to talk about on Friday. Otherwise, it's just like solving equations. We just have an inequality sign instead of an equal sign. Okay. So if we have subtraction, Kaden, what's the inverse of subtraction? Addition. If we want to undo addition, we use subtraction. Or if we want to undo subtraction, we're going to use addition to both sides. You know, I was thinking last night, I wonder what instrument I'm going to have Case pick next year for 6th grade. And I literally told my mom this morning when I talked to her on the phone, I don't know if I want him to be a drummer because then he's going to annoy all of his teachers with his pencils.
Your son's name Case?
Yes.
Obviously. That's fine.
All right. Now, if we have an inequality where the number is a solution, what kind of circle do we use?
Close.
Close. We want it to be included. But if the number is not a solution, that is when we use an open circle. Okay. Now, I don't know if we formally talked about this when we were doing our equations unit, okay? But there's actually a property that says we can add to both sides, subtract to both sides. So if we are needing to undo subtraction and add the number to undo it, we have to add it to both sides, okay? It's called the addition property. If we do something to one side of the equation, or in this case, one side of the inequality, we have to do it to the other, okay? Same thing with subtraction. Okay, there's a property that says if we subtract something from the left side, we also have to do it to the right side, vice versa. Just like what?
That one other sign guy said. It wasn't actually up there. The one like mathematician. He said,
Okay. Thank you for your insight. What's my role? What's my role? Yep.
But he's usually like.
Well, nobody's 100%. It's a rule. It's always a rule. It has definitely does not look bright white. All right, so let's come down here. Hey, does this look familiar?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this is the one I had you talk about. Now, what did I make you do when we solved equations? Before we did any adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing.
Get the G or the number or whatever to the left.
Got a line.
What do we call that? Okay, I said draw the fence, okay? I'm still gonna have you draw a fence just so you can keep the two sides straightened out, okay? Now, Tony, what did you tell me to do to both sides? Okay, we need to undo our addition by subtracting 2 from both sides, okay? Just like with our equations, we've done the undo, the inverse operation to cancel out the +2, -2. We're left with G. Over here, we're left with 3, and we still have our inequality, okay? The answer is not 3. The answer is G is less than 3. I need all of it. I had some people starting their homework last hour who are just giving me numbers. That's not it. I need the whole entire inequality. Okay?
What is it? What is it? What is it?
How to do
Yeah, I
be a
remember
math
on it, but you move step 1 to math. Step 2 be a person.
How to be a person.
How to
Do
be a
math.
math person.
How to be a math person. Do math. Be a person.
Let me see.
Done.
That's so funny, Miss Holman.
I know.
That's a good joke.
We're all math people. That's what that means. All right. Austin, what do we put at 3?
An open circle.
We put an open circle at 3.
The left.
Okay, Austin says we need to go to the left. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Do you agree with Austin? Are these numbers less than 3?
Check.
So I'm not gonna make you officially check, okay? But what if we picked a number less than 3? Peyton, give me a number less than 3. Okay, 1 is less than 3. So if I come back up here and I plug in 1, is 1 plus 2 less than 5? Yeah, okay, so that's good. So that works. And we can pick a couple more solutions to check them just to make sure. Okay. Okay. Does it feel like we're learning something brand new? Sure feels familiar, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, go to page 8. No. I have an answer. Maybe.
Yesterday I was kind of confused.
Okay.
On the homework.
Okay.
There was like this right here number is no more than 0.
Uh-huh.
And I did X.
Uh-huh. No more than.
Less than or equal to.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went that way. On the line.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
You're good. All right, so in this inequality, let's make sure we draw our fence. What operation do we need to undo on the left? Allie? We need to undo subtraction with addition. which means we have x is less than or equal to 5. The inequality is a part of your answer. The inequality doesn't change. You need to still write it the same. You have a good story for us, Jacob?
What are you saying?
Then maybe we can stop. All right, Lainey, what kind of circle do we need? We need a closed circle. Because we did 4 plus 1. Okay. Kanaya, are we gonna go to the right or to the left? To the left, to the left. That's what I want to sing every time. Little Beyonce.
He's not little.
I said a little. Like,
I didn't.
all right, you try number 2. You have 60 seconds. Go. You try number 2.
John, my paper.
3 took away 0 equals 0. No, equals negative 3.
That's right, we say. Tony. That's right, we say. It's negative 3.
Oh, cool. That's really cool. You got 20 seconds. All right, Madison, what did you do to both sides of your fence? You, Madison. Okay, so we need to undo the addition by subtracting 3 from both sides. So Kadam, our answer is x is greater than or equal to negative 3. So Alexander, what did you put at negative 3? Yeah, like circle, open circle, close circle, and Payne, which way did you go? Oh, Alexander already let it out. Go to the right. Do you agree with Alexander's graph? Who else said no?
Yes, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have 2 more examples to get through. Once we get through these, you'll have time for your homework. So the more you cooperate, the more time you'll have.
Oh, my dad.
Okay. Make 5.
What is 2? It was a 2.
Okay, when I say make 5, you add the digits to get to 5 and you're quiet. Okay. Now, this one's weird. What operation are we undoing? The 8. Okay. We want to get x by itself by moving the 6. How do we move the 6? How do you know it's minus?
It's not good. It's so easy. It is.
But I don't see a plus right here.
Exactly. So it's already a plus.
Okay, so even though there's not a plus here, we know it's there because it's a positive number. So we need to subtract 6 from both sides. All right, so x is less than, what is that? 2. All of that is your answer. Open circle at 2, and everybody, we're gonna go to the right. Everybody to the
Why would you say right?
So let's talk about it. Why are we going to the left? Okay, true. X is less than 2. I want numbers less than, smaller than 2. So we need to go this way. Okay. No. Okay. Number 4 is our last example, and then you can get some homework time. What is different about number 4, Kanaya? X is on the right side. Strange. Okay. Wes, what do we need to do to both sides to get X by itself? We need to undo our subtraction by adding 3 to both sides. So we end up with 4 on the left. We end up with X on the right. Now, some of you have been working ahead, and I worry that you may have grasped this wrong. What did I tell you about the variable? Katem?
It's better to have it on the left side.
It's best to have it on the left for a lot of different reasons. So I don't want this to be your answer. I want you to flip flop X and 4. And if you are mirroring this, what's going to happen to your sign? It also gets mirrored. Okay. So X is greater than 4. So we have an open circle. And since X is greater than 4, we're actually going to the right. Kale? Correct. Yep, and that's something we talked about on Monday. What? No, you leave it an hour and a minute. Look at your test. Okay, so page 9. Page 9 is what we all need to be working on right now. Page